Robin Lokerman, CEO of the MCI Group. How you doing, Robin?
Very good. It's great to be in Singapore. Great to be in ITB Asia, which has really turned to be a very, very good show this year. As we are hosting a corporate buyers forum. So we've brought in corporate buyers from all over Asia and all over Singapore to have 2 half-day programs. One this morning on performance improvement, and then we do one tomorrow on procurement, so how to procure meeting services. So it's been very interesting to have our clients here with us.
Let's go back a little bit and just a quick overview on MCI Group and then what it's been doing in Asia Pacific, because it's phenomenal.
Okay. So MCI, we are the world's largest meeting and events agency. We have 47 offices in 23 countries. Originally started in Geneva. It took us about 10 years to be the leader in Switzerland. Then another 10 years to be the leader in Europe. And now we've been in Asia only 7 years. We opened in 2005, our first office here in Singapore. And today we have about 15 offices in the region, 5 in Australia, 10 in Asia, and about 450 staff. And we work with association and corporate clients on all their meeting and events, their performance improvement programs, their association community building activities. So we are consultants to help them develop their strategy, and then we execute those strategies for them all over Asia and all over the world.
Your consultants, does that mean you do not work on commission from the transaction?
No, absolutely. I think we are a fee-based organization. We're very transparent to our clients. We get commissions, right? In the travel industry, we book about 1.6 million hotel rooms a year as a company.
Wow.
So we have preferred agreements with all the key hotel groups. And yes, there's commissions, but often our clients are asking us to be transparent with the commissions, and it's either making fees and then some commissions. But we are really a fee-based organization. We charge for the talent of our people. So it's the hours our people make or the activities on a transaction basis that we get fees for the services we provide.
Are many travel management companies or travel agencies customers of yours that seek your expertise?
No, travel agencies are trying to compete with us on the transaction part of our business. So they're very, very good at just simply transacting the business, but we go in and really develop the business strategy with our clients, look at content, look at return on investment, why are you holding a meeting, why are you holding an incentive program, and look much more at the outcomes of the meeting.
And how do you make them, how to reach those objectives for why you're holding it in the first place?
That's really the key. We're not just delivering, we really are designing the program, focus on long-term relationships. We don't want to do just one-off events. We focus on deeper engagement with our key accounts that hire us for a series of meetings. So it's really, they're outsourcing the meeting and events department to us. So we become their preferred partner for all their meetings, all their events, and all their activities.
I imagine in that role, you have a great influence. You're really speaking on behalf of the client in many ways when you're speaking to the hotels or the venues.
Yes, absolutely.
Relating to them what the needs of these clients are.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about trends as it relates to meetings, conferences, etc. And I'll start by saying that Mark Flowers, is it, Intercontinental Hotel Group, head of Southeast Asia, was talking about some numbers they've seen lately, and something like 20% of meetings now will do one part of it in a urban city setting, and then part of it in a resort setting. Something like 50% of them all want team building. Something like 30 or 40% have social corporate responsibility type activities built in. Yep. Those were trends that they were seeing and adjusting their properties to accommodate it.
Well, it's really, we're trying to match the choice of venue, whether it's resort or downtown or even airport, to the need of the meeting. If the meeting is a quick in and out, probably an airport venue should be good. If there's more of a social element to it, or indeed a team building, you might choose a resort or even a city destination. So really linked to what is the objective of the meeting, where do the participants come from, is there a motivational element to it, CSR, as you say, corporate social responsibility, and the whole social element of our work is increasing enormously. Very often even team building programs will have a social element to it. So we see team building can be painting a house in a home for needy children, or these kind of things. So we're really engaging with the communities for a lot of our clients. But it's clear the majority of our meetings are a series of conferences and events where people come together to exchange knowledge, and therefore content is really the key driver of a lot of our business. And we see content capturing and content reuse is very, very important. Just like you're interviewing me now with your video, there's people now that we have nearly in all the rooms that are capturing the content of the meeting, and then we help repackage that and deliver it to other audiences. For instance, a lot of the pharma companies China is an important market for them. And in China, there's 50 million members of the medical association in China. So how do you reach these people? And that's, I think, the questions we help answer.
What trends do you see developing and that will be reflected out there in the coming year or two?
I think today we see a regionalization of meetings. People from multiple countries come together in the platform. It's European meetings, Asia Pacific meetings, America's meetings, but even within the regions, even within these bigger regions, you see a clustering of meetings around certain areas. So long distance travel today is not as popular. People are pressed for time and pressed for cost. We still live in a time that people are extremely cost conscious. The economy is uncertain, so they want to be as effective as possible. And they will beam in speakers from all over the world, or sometimes fly in speakers from all over the world, but they want to keep people regionally. We also see clustered hybrid meetings. For one company, we did an event. They always would bring all of their customers to Paris for one big meeting. And this year they asked us, we want the maximum driving time to be 1 hour for every participant. So rather than bringing 450 people to Paris, we organized 13 events all over France, and the maximum driving time was 1 hour. And the people came in, they were all connected with big screens, big videos. There were speakers at every destination and delegates at every destination, and they were completely connected. So I think we see more clustered hybrid meetings where there's participants that are live in the venue or live connected through the internet. At the same time,
teleconferencing is part of even the live face-to-face meetings for those who can't make it.
Absolutely right. Yeah. So they engage with people that are not physically in the same location, but they are participating, often in group setting. I think the participation alone on your computer is a very different experience than the participation in another group that connects with each other. So that's, I think, we see a lot of opportunities of that, to split, to share the same content and the same experience of people that live in multiple destinations. And I think that's something very new.
Since the recession, have you had the occasion to recommend to clients to do teleconferencing as one alternative to trimmed costs?
No, absolutely. And to make it easier for people, because travel is fantastic, but also more and more people come for a meeting and they leave immediately after the meeting. They don't have time to enjoy the destinations anymore in many cases. So therefore them just to go into a platform, into a venue that is in their city, where they can connect to the meeting, engage with the meeting, listen to the speakers, ask questions to the speakers, engage even with other participants, and then go home again, makes it much easier. So we've done, even now for a pharma company in Asia, a distributed meeting over multiple locations. So there's really how we help our clients to get their content, their message to the audience. And face-to-face interaction is still the prime medium for our business, but it's not the only medium. There's other ways that we now record the content and distribute it to our participants.
Green meetings was something in the limelight, say, 5, 6, 7 years ago. MCI was a key player in working with the green meetings industry in developing standards and developing toolkits and such. Where is it at now?
I think we've seen a bit of recession, a little less attention to it. because there's a perception that sustainable meetings or green meetings are more costly. We actually don't believe that's true. We believe if you do it well, you can actually save costs. But you have to make sustainability a core objective through your whole process. So for us, more and more of our customers are still asking us about our competencies in sustainable meetings. Not all are using it because there is often a cost factor to it, to measure the cost. It's to plan a sustainable meeting is, we do that, but I think to measure the impact, to see what is the CO2 use, etc. There are some measurements you have to put in place, and there's a cost associated with that. So that's not always done. But we see for ourselves, we were indeed very, very early, already 6 years ago, we started talking about green meetings, sustainability. And through that, we've become the lead organizer of a lot of the big global sustainability meetings. Like as we speak, we have about 15,000 people in Hyderabad, India, that are meeting on the COP, the UN Global Compact negotiations on climate change. So they're all meeting in Hyderabad, and we are one of the organizers of that event.
Wonderful. Robin Lokerman, CEO of MCI Group, largest meeting consultancy firm in the world, which is an amazing position to be in. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Thank you, John. Thank you.